You're chilling with C-Note the greatest. It's on. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It is the leader of the CTG Nation. It's your boy C-Note the greatest, and today I have a very special video for you guys. Alright, today we are looking at the evolution of badges. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about these NBA 2K badges that have been the most OP in history. Okay? The most OP in history. We're starting from NBA 2K14 and we're going to finish up in NBA 2K17. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Now, for NBA 2K14, there were a few badges that stood out the most to your boy. Now, these are some of the most OP badges that I have ever seen, and some of these badges should probably make their way into NBA 2K18. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I want your opinions to be down below in the comment section. So the first badge that I want to go ahead and talk about is a badge called Highlight Film. Now, Highlight Film was a badge that allowed the players' dunk animations to be a little more flashier, alright? To be a little more fancy. This allowed the player that's dunking the ball to perform crazy windmills or crazy body spins. And if this badge was successfully activated, it gave everyone on the court a 5% stamina boost. Now, this is cheesy, bro. But this is just the beginning of all of the badges that NBA 2K14 had to offer. Now, the next one was Post Proficiency. Now, this was kind of cheesy too, because y'all know all them post scoring badges are cheesy. But this badge bettered the chances of faking out a defender while being in the post, bro. While being in the post. It also increased all post shots by 2%. The next badge to talk about is Post Playmaker. Now, this badge allowed you to actually throw a on the target pass out of the post. So pretty much you would post up and then pass the ball. Now, this badge eliminated you from any off target passing in the game. Now, I can only see this being in NBA 2K18 and it being the most cheesy badge possible to get, bro. This is just facts. It's just facts. For this next badge called Hustle Points, all you had to do was get an offensive rebound. After you get your offensive rebound, your player's close shot, standing layup, and also your driving layup ratings go up by 5 points. For those 3 seconds that you have the ball. For those 3 seconds, you get a +5 in all of those attributes. Now, that is an overpowered badge. In NBA 2K14, they also had a badge called Lockdown Defender. Yes, they actually had a badge called Lockdown Defender. Now, that sounds OP, bro. It already sounds OP. But with this badge, your player automatically disables all offensive signature styles or badges of whoever he is guarding. Now, you can only imagine how overpowered this badge will be in 1, NBA 2K17, but 2, in NBA 2K18. Bro, I would not want to see this badge in NBA 2K18. It would be lit if they had it, but Lockdown Defenders would be overpowered. I think everybody would have a Lockdown Defender, bro. Everyone. Now, one of my favorite badges that I did see in NBA 2K14 was a badge called Interceptor. Now, Interceptor, it gave you a 10-point attribute boost to a player's steal attributes whenever he attempted to deflect an airborne pass. Now, I do not know why they left this badge out of NBA 2K17. They need to bring this badge back, because all steals do not happen just by taking it away from a ball handler. Some of these steals are actually passes. Like, when you play passing lanes in NBA 2K17, bro, that joint is boo-boo. It goes straight through your hand, it goes straight through your body, all that stuff. Another great badge that was in NBA 2K14 was called Active Hands. Now, this badge made you more than likely be able to strip the ball from a ball handler that was attempting either a shot or a layup. Now, this was a high percentage that you would be able to strip the ball from an opponent. This was one of the by far most cheesiest badges in the game. Alright, most cheesiest badges in the game. Another badge that they need to bring back to 2K is a badge called Eraser. Now, Eraser, after successfully blocking a shot, every teammate on the court received a 5% stamina boost. But this is the cheesy part. It reduced the shooting attributes of the player who got blocked by 5 points. But this only lasted for 15 seconds. It's crazy that I said only, because 15 seconds is a long time, especially in 2K. 15 seconds is a long time, bruh. But this is one of the most overpowered badges of all time. Of all time. Now, there are 2 more badges that I want to talk about that were in NBA 2K14. One of them was Scrapper. Now, Scrapper is a badge that I definitely want to see make its return into NBA 2K. Scrapper was that badge that allowed you to get those loose balls, and you would receive a 5-point boost in both speed and quickness. Now, that was lit. That was lit. In NBA 2K17, all you see is a whole bunch of loose balls going out of bounds. When you try to dive for it, you slide out of bounds. Bruh, we need this Scrapper back, man. We definitely need the Scrapper. Now, the last badge that I want to talk about for NBA 2K14 is Tenacious Rebounder. Now, Tenacious Rebounder was one of the most OP badges to ever touch NBA 2K. This badge made it more possible to win more box out battles. But besides that, it also allowed you a higher percent to poke the ball loose while going for that rebound. So if you were going to rebound the ball and you had this badge on, you're more than likely going to fight and you're going to win. Now imagine this and Scrapper together. Bro, some of these badges together, the combinations that were in NBA 2K14 were just so overpowered, bro. But I feel like, but that has been the case for every single 2K ever made. Now we're going to go ahead and slip into NBA 2K15. What were the most overpowered badges in NBA 2K15? Now in NBA 2K15, we see a lot more personality badges. But also we see a lot of badges from NBA 2K14 with the introduction of some more brand new badges. Now, one badge that I really enjoyed using in NBA 2K15 was the badge Unfazed. Now, if anybody knows the badge Unfazed, this was just a godly badge for you to have. Because in NBA 2K15, you can get double red rings on either offense or defense. Sometimes even both. Unfazed allowed your player to be hot even when the timeout was called. There was no stopping you when this badge was activated. If you were hot, you were going to be hot. They had to keep the ball away from you, which was kind of impossible. The next badge that I want to go ahead and talk about is Bank is Open. Now this allowed your player a higher percent of all jumpers coming off of that backboard to fall for your player, bro. Now, Bank is Open was a cheesy badge in this game. Another cheesy badge that I want to discuss is the Spin Lay-In. Yes, I know y'all remember those spin dunks, those spin layups in NBA 2K15. By far the most overpowered thing that I've ever seen in the history of 2K. Now, this was cheese. It increased all layups and all dunks coming after a spin. Now the next overpowered badge that we're going to be talking about is Killer Crossover. Now Killer Crossover is only one of the many playmaking badges that you can get in this game. In every NBA 2K game, right before NBA 2K17, all of the ball handlers had multiple badges for those ball handling moves. There wasn't just the ankle breaker. There were plenty of badges for anything that you would want to do, really. This killer crossover was just one of the most overpowered ball handling badges, probably out of 7. Now, if you had all 7 of these playmaking badges, you were a GOAT. Now, the last 2 badges that I want to draw your guys' attention to in NBA 2K15 were 2 overpowered defensive badges. Now, these defensive badges were 1 perimeter lockdown defender and 2 post lockdown defender. Now, these badges made it almost impossible for your opponent to score on you. These badges need to show up for those lockdown defenders, especially those paint protectors. These badges would definitely help those archetypes just blossom. You don't hear too many people using paint protectors or lockdown defenders, but when you do encounter one, it should be the most devastating experience ever. I mean, they can't do anything offensively. They might as well be able to lock down on defense, right? But enough of NBA 2K15. Let's go ahead and talk about NBA 2K16. In NBA 2K16, we were introduced to even more personality badges. Now, besides the personality badges, we saw a lot more of the same badges from the previous year. But some of the most important badges that were in this game seem to be more big man post moves. So I think that this year was the year that the big man started to get a little bit of love. Some of these post move badges were some of the most overpowered badges in this game. Badges such as Dreamlike Up and Under, Post Spin Technician, Post Operator, Post Hook Specialist, and also Post Step Back Pro. Now, these were some of the most overpowered badges in the game that stood out to me. NBA 2K16 still had all the same overpowered ball handling badges as the previous years. Now, these ball handling badges from 14 all the way to 16 included Killer Crossover, Spin Kingpin, Step Back Freeze, Behind the Back Pro, Hesitation Stunner, Master of In and Out, and also Pet Move Pro. These were the same exact badges that we got from the years before. There's not too much a change. The only big change that I saw in NBA 2K16 were 2 different badges. Now, these 2 badges were probably one of the most deadliest combinations if you had both of them. And it was Offensive Crasher and Defensive Crasher. And that was it. Pretty much we got the same exact game. Well, in my opinion. Now, we're going to go ahead and slide into NBA 2K17's badges. In NBA 2K17, there are about a handful of the most overpowered badges we have ever seen in our lives. I'm going to list just a couple of them, bruh. Just a couple of the most overpowered badges this year. One thing that I also noticed about NBA 2K17 is that this is the least amount of badges we have in total. Of course, we have a lot more personality badges, but all the badges that we had in the previous years were either cut out of the game or molded all together into one badge. At the end of the day, taking badges away from the game. But these are some of the most overpowered badges in NBA 2K17. Now, the list starts off with Limitless Range. Now, anybody that has a sharpshooter or a stretch big in this year's game knows what Limitless Range can do. Limitless Range is probably my favorite badge in the game. You can definitely tell when a player has Limitless Range. The next badge that I think is by far way too overpowered is Catch and Shoot. Now, Catch and Shoot is that badge that almost everyone has. I used to see lockdown defenders with corner specialists and Catch and Shoot in the corner with bronze. Those 2 badges on bronze. Making threes, bro. Making threes like it's nobody's business. That's how I know these badges are overpowered. If you can actually feel the benefit and the effect of these badges in bronze, Bro, what do you think Hall of Fame is going to do for you? The next OP badge that we got to talk about is Ankle Breaker. Now, a lot of you guys love that Ankle Breaker badge. It's unfortunate that some of you guys don't even have it on Hall of Fame. Now, when you have it on Hall of Fame, that Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker is a GG. That is something that you just can't escape from, bro. Your player is just going to get broke. I'm sorry. Your player is just going to get broke. Another overpowered and overused badge is Posterizer. Thanks to the animation-based gameplay in 2K17, Posterizer is just one of those badges that you just can't escape. You can't. It's simple. You just sit there and you just get dunked on, bro. Those contact dunks, some of them are the most severe dunks that I've ever seen in my life. Another badge that I think many of us can agree on is Hall of Fame Brick Wall. Now, this has been the most OP badge in NBA 2K17 since the beginning, and it hasn't changed at all. Brick Wall on a glass cleaner is just so deadly, bro. It's just deadly. Now, when you play NBA 2K17, people always talk about hiding behind screens. Well, this is why. They're so overpowered. It's kind of hard not to hide behind the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's overpowered. They put this badge in the game and it's OP. The last two badges that I have that are the most overpowered in NBA 2K17 are both defensive badges. Now, the first one is Hall of Fame Defensive Stopper. Shout out to all the lockdown defenders out there in NBA 2K17. Y'all lockdown defenders just cause so many problems on the court. You got to have at least one lockdown defender on your squad. These dudes, I don't know, they're just magic. That defensive stopper just takes away from your opponent's offensive badges, and it's a great badge to have. Now, unfortunately, I do not think that this badge is OP on bronze, but on Hall of Fame, you can't really stop it. You're getting stopped. If you're a playmaker, you're going to get held. Alright? You're going to get held up. And the last badge that I want to bring to you guys' attention is the badge Pickpocket. Again, Pickpocket is probably one of those most used badges. Everybody probably has it on bronze. But when you have it on Hall of Fame, oh yeah, you getting that square button, bruh. This badge is probably one of the most overlooked badges, and two, one of the most overpowered badges in the game. Now, who doesn't press square when they play defense? Pressing square was a huge problem this year in NBA 2K history. And this is probably why. This badge is overpowered, guys. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for your boy. More videos to come. Comment down below, what do you think is the most lit badges in 2K history? Let me know your opinions. And if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button for your boy. Join the CTG Nation and subscribe to your boy. But until next time, guys, it's been your boy C-Note, and I'm out.
That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe. It's a vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. And that's a vibe.